Hello listeners, welcome back for another interesting story. Leave your thoughts in the comments section.
Am I the a-hole for telling my sister-in-law that I paid for her honeymoon? Before we were married, I 34F and my husband 42M were in a horrific car accident. Almost ended us both. Since we were unmarried, we each received separate 8-figure settlements. Literal you money as we were hit by a major carrier 18-wheeler back in 2016. We both still work full-time. I have a 6-figure salary, my husband's 7-figure salary. Sounds braggy, sorry, but it's important. Now to the point. My brother Mike 38M proposed to my now sister-in-law Alice 32F back in 2017 and married in 2018. I love them both and would burn the world down for them, no questions asked, but I think they see my husband and I as an ATM. Post-settlements, husband and I paid off all our student loans. I have a master's and he has a PhD, so not cheap. I also, without his knowledge as a surprise, paid Mike's student loans with the help of sister-in-law. Would have paid sister-in-laws too, but she had a full scholarship so no loans. Mike and Alice paid for their own wedding as Alice's family couldn't afford it but chipped in where they could. It was a beautiful wedding. They stayed within budget, but Mike realized he wouldn't be able to take their dream honeymoon and asked if my husband and I could loan him some money for the cruise he wanted to take her on. We agreed and asked him to pay us back within a year of the trip. He agreed. To this day, we haven't seen a dime but aren't mad over it. Alice and Mike hit a rough patch with some health issues, then COVID, and now here we are. My sister-in-law can be a lot. She also likes to tell me how to parent my kids, 5M, 3M, and 1M. She and Mike don't have any and don't plan to. Fine, their choice. My oldest had his birthday party over the weekend and in true 5-year-old fashion asked for a trucks theme. We decked the house out. Day was going well until Alice made a comment about my 3-year-old having a meltdown over not getting any presents. I told her he's little and expressing emotions how he knows. Not a super big deal for me as he's pretty easily redirected. She commented how I'm enabling him to become a Karen later in life and how she wouldn't tolerate it if she had kids. I quipped it was a good thing they weren't planning on having any and went back to my little guy. She said something to the effect of poor parenting, and in a snap judgment, I told her I paid for her honeymoon and she and Mike owed me $7,000 and once I got that money back I would take her input into consideration. She grabbed Mike and stormed out of the party. That night, my brother, sister-in-law, and her sister blew up my phone calling me an a-hole for telling her. My brother is pissed because it was supposed to be between us, something I don't recall us talking about. I thought she knew the whole time. Am I the a-hole for talking back like that?
Here is my 2 cents. I think everyone sucks here. Let's go first with sister-in-law. Her unsolicited parental advice and negative remarks on how to parent OP's children is unpleasant. She can't really have a definitive advice. If she doesn't even have a child of her own, the child is 3 years old. Of course he's gonna act a bit selfish, but that can be fixed. To say something that they're being poor parent at this stage is too much. Well, for OP, she also overreached to when she pointed about the honeymoon debt. There is no correlation between their debt and parenting at all. Completely out of context. OP can point out that she doesn't need sister-in-law's unsolicited advice and will handle their child on their own. Let's not forget OP's brother. He should have told his wife, OP's sister-in-law, that they had debt after some time when already years have passed and he still hasn't paid it off. I'm sure his wife will understand, and they can think about a solution to slowly pay their debt off. After all, they are married. That's just my opinion.